This is a review that's been a long time coming. I bought some Jamaican blue coffee because it was a big deal when I was in Jamaica in the Blue Mountains. And I wanted to sample, since I like coffee, I wanted to try a good, coffee. While I was there, I had several different variations. I didn't do any coffee tours or anything, but the coffee was good. I wasn't like blown away by it, wouldn't have thought anything. And when I got home, I decided to do a little research, try to find out, what was available. And I wound up on Amazon. This Plantation Blue 100% Jamaican Blue Mountain coffee, this 16-ounce bag winds up being, let's see, I think, yeah, basically one-time purchase, just about $70. It's a pound of coffee. I went through all this, various stuff. I was like checking out the bag. And you'll see on here it's like covered in like burlap, like it's a little coffee bag. And mine did the same thing, but I had a problem in my kitchen and the sink overflowed and the bag, the burlap got wet. So I just took the plastic bag out so it could, sit without any issues. But as I sat and took a look, I went over this before I bought it, and it was like all these, different details. And there's the Our Blue Mountain Roast Coffee, rare, coveted coffee, Blue Mountain source, unreplicable flavor profile, Jacra certification, other Blue Mountain coffee, just a plain bag. Regularly available, sourced from unknown locales, standard flavor profile, and no authentic quality assurance. So this is one of those interesting things because for me personally, I have a weird sense sometimes about regulation and what regulation does. But do you see this Blue Mountain coffee, the barrel, validates coffee's Jamaican origin. The Jacra symbol, apparently, they can't use that unless they're going through rigorous quality standards. Every batch will deliver a superior flavor, responsible farming and labor observed, and preserves Jamaican coffee integrity. In other words, a farmer in Jamaica who maybe has his own small plot of land, and I'm making assumptions about Jamaica, if he doesn't file the paperwork for this, can he not get this symbol on his coffee? And does that mean that it's like, I don't know, he can't deal with export laws and whatever bullshit's got to be dealt with to have his coffee? So if you're going to buy coffee online and you want it to be Blue Mountain Jamaican coffee, you're going to need to check for this symbol specifically. If it does not have that symbol on it, I would, buyer beware. And this is also, me buying it online on Amazon. So we'll go ahead and crack open the bag here. I want to have a smell of the coffee beans as they've currently been unopened. And I figured I'd struggle with this on camera for you, as I always do. Because I don't really want to tear the bag, but we'll see what happens. Or I say tear, I didn't really want to cut the bag. But I will say evocative. Jamaica was absolutely wonderful. I really, really want to go back and spend more time there. I had a wonderful time. Oh, that smelled good. Wow. Okay, hold on. It's almost there. Well, part of the bag did tear. Let's see if I can get the rest open. And it is certainly sealed. There we go. Whew. Man, that's robust, deep. It's the low end. It's like chocolate. Don't get any sweet notes. It's not overly vegetal. It's like roasted. Oh, man. All right, guys. So do you think a $70 bag of coffee is worth it? Because we're about to find out. Man, this stuff smells amazing. So each time it's like caramel, raisins, dark, roasted coffee. Like it's like there's some notes in here that I don't think I've picked up before. Toffee. It's evocative, and this is the thing I always find interesting. And I love talking about this when I do food reviews because when I deal with various products, it's always interesting to me because I've been to Jamaica and because I've been to the region where some of this coffee is grown. The mountains of Jamaica. It's like when you listen to Bob Marley's music. You can like Bob Marley's music, but when you sit in the Blue Mountains in Jamaica outside of Kingston and you are in the environment, in the climate, it's like it makes more sense culturally, contextually. And I feel like the coffee, oh man, dude, this is, all right, so let's get on with it and go ahead and brew us some. There was something I read online that said something along the lines of 80% of Blue Mountain coffee in Jamaica is exported to Japan. It is so revered that 80% of it is exported because people in Japan love the coffee so much. Let me pull this closer and see if I can get a smell off of what's brewing. Man, it's extremely, like, I want to say dark, but it's got this deep, earthy, rich, alluvial soil. And in my head, I keep seeing the land in the mountains in Jamaica, that lush tropical foliage, which they talk about coffees being shade grown. And I think because it's a small shrub where the coffee beans are grown, they're often grown in the shade of like other trees. One of the things I had to do just a little bit of research about Blue Mountain coffee and why is it so revered. And there's something about the climate specifically that they say causes a very slow maturation of the coffee itself. The coffee fruit grows, develops at a very slow pace compared to other regions of the world. And they think that that's one of the reasons it gives it such an interesting, minerality, flavor profile. I also don't know enough about coffee when it comes to what is the quality of the soil, what is the quality of the actual coffee plant that they're using genetically, and then also what effect that the climate and the roasting process is having on the beans itself. But it smells dark and earthy, toffee, raisins, caramel. It's very, very deep. And it is a medium roast, but it's very flavorful, like very robust on the nose. Like I'm getting this very broad flavor profile. We'll give that just another minute, and I'm of course always gonna try it black first, just to sample it. Then I'll add a little bit of cream just to see. I've got a handful of other coffees I want to sample. I'm trying to only do like one coffee review a day because I don't want to be drinking, 4 cups of coffee. 2 cups is about my, not my limit, but if I have another third cup in the afternoon because I want a treat, it's nice. But this is the plant that I am hopelessly addicted to. And every time I think about stop drinking coffee, I go, why? You like it. It's readily available. Is it really that bad for your health? And every article I read about coffee and health says that, a couple cups of coffee a day is totally fine. Let's go ahead and see if I can pour some of this, and then I'll go ahead and give you some insight on what I think the flavor profile is. Super excited to go through with this. This has been sitting for some time. I'll let that drip into the cup. And just enough to get a good taste first. It'll cool a little more rapidly. That way I can swirl around. That same dark, rich flavor, I have noticed. What was the coffee I had the other day? It was one I had, and I drank the rest black. It was so good. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Oh no, it was the one. Is it good coffee? from Papua New Guinea. Anyway, whatever it was. That particular coffee was good enough that I decided to. It was Super Thing from the Nebelier Valley in Papua New Guinea. That was the one that I finished just black because I liked it so much. Ooh, wow. So when I smell this, just a little bit black in the cup, it's just coffee. Like I'm not getting any crazy profiles, anything like that. I mean, it smells good. It smells like good coffee, but the flavor has this brightness. It like, I mean, almost came off as like citrus or something. Like it's got a different, more robust flavor profile. I can still get the bottom end, the dark caramel raisin toffee, but there was a brightness. It was real super robust, and it like built into complexity into this sort of crescendo in my mouth. Man, it's super super dense. I don't think I've ever had a coffee with this flavor profile. And again, this is from Amazon. I don't even know what else is out there because this was the least expensive coffee I could find that was from the Blue Mountains that was certified. And as I went through this stuff, I was like, I think there was another bag that was $140 for a pound. And I'm like, good Lord. I mean, I like coffee, but I need to make a little more money before I start spending $140 on a bag. It's bright, acidic. When I talked about it being like almost like citrus, it was more like the pop. There was something about like the way that acid or lime or lemon juice like cuts fat, for instance. Like it cuts through. It was bright. It had a note that I've not had in other coffees. And I wonder about this and whether like the $70 you go, okay, what goes into packaging, what goes into legal relations related to the certification process, because it's a little bit like organic certification. Remember, I was telling you that I had some issues with like regulations generally. It does get to a point where if you're not getting, if you're not organically certified, nobody's going to buy your organic produce. You can be a farmer who's basically doing like beyond organic stuff locally. You could be a local farmer's market, and when somebody asks you, are your vegetables organic? You have to say no, because organic is a certification and we can't afford to file the paperwork. And they're just like, well, I want stuff that's organic. And that's a little bit my concern with this. I mean, if I had a choice, do I want the family in Jamaica with a small plot who raises their own beans? Yes. And if you're watching this, please contact me. I will come and hang out with you in your hammock there in the mountains in Jamaica. I'm gonna try just a little bit more of it. I think this is one that if I was going to have a coffee black, this would probably be it. It's just got such a broad, like robust flavor profile. I mean, it's very robust and has this well-rounded flavor. Whereas you get a bad coffee and it's just a note or two. Like it doesn't, it's just like coffee. Like it doesn't take you anywhere. It's not evocative. This in particular in its flavor profile, I mean, everything about it so far. I mean, this is great coffee. Do I think it's worth $70 a bag? And then you get into business stuff that I love as well. And it's like, well, how rare is it? How available is it? How much of it is there? You know, that sort of thing. It's like there's a lot of things that go into what the cost of the coffee is itself.
Real, authentic plantation blue, 100% Jamaica, Blue Mountain coffee, small batch roasted, and also hand-picked selected coffee beans. Jackra certified as 100% Jamaica Blue Mountain coffee by Plantation Blue.
Interesting. All right. Well, if it gives you any notion, I have a little thing of cream right here, and I've had a conversation with myself because I'm like, Robert, you have coffee. You can go ahead and add cream, and I'm like, well, no, hold on, just give me a minute. Give me a minute. That's how good it is. Each time I go back, the flavor, the aromas, the nose, the mouth feel. It's like I pick up more and more each time. It's complex enough that it's not something that I can go, oh, okay, yeah, I've experienced that. It's like I keep going back trying to ferret out, suss out more of the details for what I get out of this particular cup. And again, the smell, it's like it's good. It's good coffee, but the smell from the brew itself, not like blown away by. The beans, when I first opened that bag and got that first whiff, I was like, whoa. Deep, rich, caramel notes, robust. And again, the evocative nature, because I've been into the Blue Mountains, um, I can see the people and see the landscape. And that's one of the things about my poker playing and then also some of my coffee, tea reviews, alcohol, whatever. I can tell people are going, "Does this guy jump the shark? Like, what the fuck is he doing? What, like, why is he doing coffee reviews when he's like a health and wellness, business owner?" And I'm like, you don't see me going to Jamaica, staying there for 3 months, leading a retreat, educating locals, hanging out with people, and going from farm to farm, trying to find the better Blue Mountain coffee. They don't see me going to Oaxaca, Mexico, and going from distillery to distillery, sampling the local cuisine, learning Spanish as much as I can, and communicating with people while teaching and working in those regions. This is really, really great. I think this is definitely in the top five. I'm a big fan of Third Coast Coffee Roasters here in Austin. They are my go-to for just the standard purchase of coffee that I make from whole beans. Really high quality, very consistent, also wonderful flavor profile. But this is a nice treat. This is really robust. It's definitely in the top five. And let's see here. They've got other coffees listed. This is a Blue Mountain Kona coffee blend, Roastmaster blend. And yeah, I'm just not as interested in the blends. Like I want, what does it say here? Premium Plantation Blue Tradition Class Experience. I really want a coffee that's from a single region. What's ideal? You want to use for best intricate, crisp, vibrant, Chemex, Calita Wave, Hario, Clever Dripper, AeroPress, French Press. Interesting. And where was that? There we go. I want to taste the region that I'm going to. I want to feel like I know more about the people and their culture from their products. That includes the beer I have, the alcohol I drink, the tequila from Mexico, the coffee from Jamaica. I want to feel like I'm closer to the people of that country who are helping raise the agricultural products we enjoy so much here in the West. That was enough cream that it actually dampens it a little bit for me. Some of the nuance with the cream is lost, and it's okay. I got a whole bag. I can brew more of this. Um, Really top notch. I think if you are a coffee aficionado and you're trying to go a little bit deeper, kind of like I am, and you want to check this out on Amazon, I will also put a link down below to this so that you can check this out. But this Plantation Blue coffee, I'm going to go ahead and put a link down below so you can pick that up. Also, if you're looking for like your Chemex, your filters or anything like that, I'll put that up as well. I think I have links. The Chemex is a lot like French press, except it's not as muddy. I thought French press was great, and then when I started using the Chemex, I was like, ooh, because I could get the same flavor profile, but it wasn't as chunky, if you want to call it that. It was just a much finer brew. The pour over method with the Chemex is really, really nice. So, loved it. Think it's a great coffee. Worth $70? Well, think about it this way. Okay, if it's 70 bucks, do people spend, I don't know, did they spend up to like 10 bucks on a Starbucks drink? Let's figure it out. Oh, okay, well, let's do it this way. So if it's 7 bucks on a Starbucks drink, then if it's $70 for this bag, if they're spending 7 bucks on a Starbucks drink and they get 10 of them, do they get 10 of them in a month? And then you go, I don't know, is it that bad? I mean, 70 bucks sounds like a lot for coffee, but when you break it down that way and you go, okay, so every cup is, every pot you brew is 10 bucks, something like that. $7, $10, somewhere in there. You don't get the benefit of somebody else making it for you going through the drive-through, but it's like this is certainly higher quality coffee. And that's one of the things I had to kind of figure out. I also just wanted to be able to sample something new for the audience at home. Allow you guys to sort of check it out through me. If you have any questions or you have any coffees that you want me to review, let me know. But I think this is a win. This is a great coffee. Really enjoyed this, and I'm going to enjoy drinking the rest of it. Thank you guys for watching me again on Salud with Robert Gardner. I appreciate you much, and you have a great day.